Hello everybody, this is Bebe Davis. It is like 7 o'clock in the morning and I have still been up since 4 a.m. just doing some behind the scenes. So for part 1 on this beautiful morning where I didn't go to sleep, I got some more sushi. I had a lot of sushi. I looked up under these pieces and they did not fall apart. But still, I'm going to get my sushi maker. Okay? Alright, and just like before, I have the trainer chopsticks. Now, I can flow with my chopsticks. Okay? But, again, for some reason, sometimes when I'm on camera, it's just like I can't pick it up. So these are great gifts and they're very chic for those who want to learn how to start holding the chopsticks. Okay, all right, so without a doubt, let me have one of my rainbow sushi rolls. It already has the wasabi on the top and I have my piglet companion here, so let's go. Let's try it. My golly, girl, you're having a hard time with just that, right? Alright, here goes. I still don't think it's rolled tight enough. And here goes. Very zen. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's start talking the races all the way from Kentucky Derby, Preakness, Belmont Stakes, and then upcoming Royal Ascot. Boom! That's this weekend. So let's just get into some beautiful music that's gonna lift us out of this zen vibe. Okay? Welcome to the show, everybody. This is BebeLuvSports, where sports and gaming is an exclusive fusion. It is 7 o'clock in the morning. Live stream with live chat. So, for the Kentucky Derby, Rich Strike, Wild Everyone. A lot of people didn't see it coming. So you won the Kentucky Derby. Then from there, it was in second place, which is win, place, show. You have Epicenter, which all the favor was on Epicenter at the time. But let's give a round of applause here for Rich Strike. And some people made some really good money off Rich Strike, okay? And it was just really, you were just like amazed because it was just like, Epicenter was a favorite, but it didn't happen, okay? But he came in second. And third was Zandon. And then in fourth was Simplification. Now, if you want to keep going to see how everybody did their thing, we have in fifth place, and remember this name, okay? Madonna Girl, okay? This is Kentucky Derby. Then from there, you had in sixth place, Barbarora, Tawny Port next, Smile Happy, Tis the Bomb. These names are so cool, right? Zozo's, Classic Causeway, Taliba, Crown Pride, Happy Jack, Messier, and White, what is that? Abario, then Charge It, Cyberknife, Pioneer of Medina, and Summer of Tomorrow. So that was the finishing order in the Kentucky Derby, okay? And the results were just crazy. Now let's see what the Derby payout was, shall we? All right, the Derby payout. First place, 1.86 million. That's a lot of cachet. Second was 600,000, third 300,000, and fourth was 150,000. So that was just wow. So a lot of questions are how much does a jockey per race make? Okay. All right. So the mounting fee can sometimes go anywhere from like $50 to over $100. And sometimes these jockeys, they ride like 8 races a day. So do the math. And then the real money comes in is a prize money. So say if you ride a horse to finish first, second, or third, then you earn part of that purse. So now, then you could ask another question. And it could be like, okay, so how much does the jockey make directly? Like, I want to know the direct answer, okay? Don't give me the runaround. Okay, I just want to know. All right, so here it is. I would say that it's like 10%. All right, so now, okay, let's see. If it's in the millions like that, or 3 million, they take 10% of the winnings. So see, that is enough to be direct. This jockey takes about 10%. But then you got to add in the taxes, the agent fees, and all that other stuff. And so they could take sometimes maybe 100,000, or it could be half of 100,000, okay? But I think that's pretty good, okay, for Kentucky Derby news. And I thought it was really good. Each race has a different vibe to it. With the Kentucky Derby, you got so much of the classics, the more of a southern flair of the races, like a Southern Belle type vibes. And then now we're going to be talking about like with the Preakness. Preakness is in Maryland, okay? The People's Race. So you got a mixture of the southern and a mixture of the northern, but definitely it's a party good time. Now, what I've been seeing or hearing on the waves of social media, a lot of people just did not like the fact that you had all these artists being showcased on stage, but the young people loved it. And that is of all hues. How are you huing today? They loved it. But this was a pre-show. I mean, you're not going to come to any of these races just to see the race, because that main race is over so quick. Booyah. Like, you got to have different events. People coming from far and wide. So you got to have different events, okay? So let's talk about this. With Preakness, the winner was early voting. Still, from the Kentucky Derby to the Preakness, Epicenter, still the favorite because Rich Strike would not run in the Preakness, which is the second race of the Triple Crowns, which is Kentucky Derby, Preakness, and Belmont Stakes. So with Rich Strike out the way, because the team went to let their hearts rest, when that little body fiasco was at, there was so much adrenaline at the end. Rich Strike wanted to keep running. And anyway, they went to rest Rich Strike. So with this one, the winner, early voting, the jockey was JRT's trainer Chad Brown. Epicenter was a runner-up. Jockey Rosario, and then Creative Minister came in third place. Hernandez Jr. and I mean, that's just what it was. So with this, we're going to talk about how much of the cachet was happening. But I'm going to cachet my way into another of this rainbow roll, which is so good. I'm just going to dip it. Okay. Dip it just like that. And I'm about to go in. All right. So here we go.
You are so awesome.
Thank you so much.
Totally fabulous.
Yes, I am. Especially with these trainer chopsticks.
I am always right.
Sometimes.
I woke up like this.
I never went to bed. Okay? I never went to bed. So I thought that the Preakness was a really good race. It was exciting. I think a lot of people were just like, okay, got an upset for the Kentucky Derby, and now we have what we have now on the Preakness. The Everson is going to take it, but that's not what happened. So then people were like, well, if something goes down now for the Belmont Stakes, I don't know if I put my money on Epicenter. Alright, so early voting in the pay highlights, we have 900,000 on Epicenter. I mean, that's great. And Creative Minister, well, wait a minute, Epicenter came in second, and the payouts on that was 300,000. Creative Minister was 165,000, and Secret Oath, which was the only filly, was 90,000. So not bad there, not bad at all. And so, speaking of fillies, Secret Oath was not bad, because that's like, she came in 4th place. And there have been fillies who have won big races.
Oh my God.
But she did represent, even though she came in 4th place, but the payout was still good. So that is why you have to know what you know, bet. And then not only the big main races, but they have other races that lead up to that. So, you know, it's just all on you what you're going to do. Okay, I needed that burp. You know, like, you want to burp, but you can't. So I just went on and just let the sound effects burp. Alright, so I thought that it was great. A lot of people was like, I wish they would tighten up with all this non-traditional stuff that's happening with the Preakness. But that's a great thing about trying to be inclusive with everybody. Okay, so if you don't want to go to the Preakness, don't go, but the show will go on. That's it. Okay, and if you didn't hear that again, I can't keep calm because I'm a diva.
I can't keep calm. I'm a diva.
That's right. So, let's get on in with the Belmont Stakes. That's right. So, remember I said remember the name Madonigo? Madonigo did pretty good in the Kentucky Derby. Every track is different. So, it'll be a good thing, like, if you tune in and get some knowledge of every track and the history and just go from there. Alright, so
It's wine o'clock.
I wish it was 1 o'clock. But we have this lovely wine here on intermission with the lovely Celia Cruz on the front. So I saved these beautiful different type of wine bottles. And myself being Afro-Cubana, Morena, and also Celia Cruz, she shares the same birthday as my mother. So okay, so I love that. Alright, so drinking some wine. Just don't be disastrous with it. Alright, so Madonna wins as a 5-2 favorite. And that pull away stretch was crazy. Just wide open. There was nobody that was catching Madonna. But every track is different. Madonna was always good on the Belmont Stakes track. So then you take that into consideration. And he just blew the whole competition away. Alright. So now the biggest odds, even though it was 80-1 long shot, who ran the Kentucky Derby was Rich Strike, who won the Kentucky Derby. They had Madonigo that finished in 5th in the Kentucky Derby, and Barbara Road finished in 6th. But that is the whole highlight for the Triple Crown was Rich Strike. For the position that he was in, and also with them saying they changed courses of how was comfortable for Rich Strike. He shied, as we all see in the Kentucky Derby race. He was near the rails, he was on the inside, so he did great. But being on the outside, they said you could tell that he was trying to want to come more inside, but you know, that just wasn't the case. I always say if it isn't broke, then don't. I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it, okay? I mean, that's just common sense. Alright, so the Belmont Stakes had Madonigo who won. This is the oldest and longest of all the Triple Crown tracks, okay? In Elmont, New York. Madonigo entered the 8-horse field as a front runner at 5-2 odds. Okay. Then you had We the People, and of course you had Nest, which was the filly. It would have been great to see both fillies run, but I mean, not bad at all with the Belmont Stakes. So the past winners for the Belmont Stakes, starting with Madonigo for 2022, you had Essential Quality 2021, Tis the Law 2020, and the payouts were good. The payouts for Madonigo was $800,000. Okay.
My God.
Oh my God. If you got in on some of that money, that was really, really great. So, I thought that this was pretty good with these races here. But besides the Triple Crown races, there are so many races within the United States that I think would be great for many people to get in on, you know? So, what was the finishing order of the Belmont Stakes? You had Madonigo, you had Nest, and this is by the same trainer, owners, everything. So, and the owner from New York. Very good. And then third was Skippy Long Stockings. And then fourth was We the People. Now, some of my staff for 1021 Media Group, people were going for We the People, Skippy Long Stockings. My picks, I was going for Ness, always for the female, okay?
Do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am?
Oh my god. I can't keep calm. I'm a diva.
I was going for the diva. Alright, if there's a filly anywhere in the house, absolutely. But she did good. I mean, because I feel like if you gave it a little bit more time, she was going to pull up on Madonna, girl. So, even though he was way ahead of everybody in the dust, I mean, she was coming. I just feel like if she just had a little bit more, or maybe the jockey didn't really jump her how he wanted to, because the focus should have been on Madonna. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
I woke up like this.
I woke up like this. I never went to bed. Okay, I never went to bed.
I am always right.
But I'm always right. If that's what you want to call it, like conspiracy theories, I'm always right on that. You know. So, but anyway, way to go to the filly Ness for coming in second. That's right. Alright, so I would love to see more of the races that will happen. And of course, you know, there was a little less talk of any type of drama, if there were any type of drama. There was just like everything was focused on cohesiveness and how a lot of the backstory happens. I love that, where many of these owners, you lose so much, but the community comes back as a whole and help you. And then you have all of these trainers and groomers. And we want to give a shout out to Dixon, who is the groomer for Rich Strike. I know a lot of people